happy last Friday of the 2019-2020 school year, friends. This is Miss Headstrom, and we did it. Yeah, got a few more days left together, but this is the last Friday. So today we're going to look at our prefix un once again. And remember, when you add the prefix un to the beginning of a word, it changes that word to mean not or the opposite of. So we're going to look at our story for this week. Sonny's unsafe ride. Granddad handed me my present, which I quickly unwrapped to find roller skates unlike any I'd ever owned. I could hardly wait to try them. I slipped them on my feet and started skating down our uneven sidewalk. I was very unsteady and wobbled a lot. It felt really unsafe, but I was unsure how to stop. Now I was very unhappy. Just then, my neighbor unrolled her garden hose. I saw my chance and steered for the hose, hoping it would slow me down. Wham! Notice that onomatopoeia. Wham! The hose stopped the wheels of my skates, and I fell on the grass. My mother was watching. As I untied my laces, I yelled, "Mom, I'm unhurt!" She called out, "And you're also unwise." Unwise means not smart. So, Mom is saying, you should know better than to use a garden hose to stop you. So now I'm going to reread the story. And this time I've already gone through and highlighted and underlined our words that use our prefix un. So hopefully you were able to see some as I read this first time. And now you can double check your work. Sonny's unsafe ride. Granddad handed me my present, which I quickly unwrapped to find roller skates unlike any I'd ever owned. I could hardly wait to try them. I slipped them on my feet and started skating down our uneven sidewalk. I was really unsteady and wobbled a lot. It felt really unsafe, but I was, unsure how to stop. Miss Hedstrom missed one right there. Now I was, I can't read that last sentence, very unhappy. Just then, my neighbor unrolled her garden hose. I saw my chance and steered for the hose, hoping it would slow me down. Wham! The hose stopped the wheels of my skates, and I fell on the grass. My mother was watching. As I untied my laces, I yelled, "Mom, I'm unhurt!" And she called out, "And you're also unwise." Now, I'm going to go back up here. We're going to talk about what some of these words mean. So Sonny's unsafe ride. Well, if something is unsafe, it means it's not safe. So Sonny's unsafe or not safe ride. Unwrapped. Unwrapped is the opposite of wrapped. So she's taking the wrapping off. Unlike any she'd ever owned, meaning that they're different. Unlike means not like. So they're different than anything she's owned. Uneven sidewalk. An uneven sidewalk means it's not even, or in this case, it must be really bumpy. And if you think about a sidewalk, they're usually poured in square sections. And so when I picture an uneven sidewalk, I think about how those sections or those squares might be at different levels. So as the earth adjusts and roots are pushing up on it, those squares start changing different elevations, and they twist and turn, and they make it uneven and dangerous. Unsteady is the opposite of steady, so it means you're not steady. Unsafe means it's not safe, and we just talked about that one. And unhappy is under there, and we know unhappy means not happy. To unroll. The neighbor unrolled her garden hose. So that's telling us it originally was rolled up and now she's unrolling it. I also can infer here that it must be summertime because I know that people use their garden hoses in the summer. Untied, the opposite of tying. So her laces are tied on her roller skates because she's been roller skating. She must be done because she's untying them. Unhurt means not hurt. So she's yelling at her mom, "Mom, I'm not hurt." And mom says, "And you're also not wise or unwise." So we already talked about that. She's smarter than the choice she made. So today in your seesaw, you are not going to be finding these words. You are actually going to be answering some questions about the story. But I want you to go back into the text and you are going to highlight in the story your answers. So first, let's look at the questions. So our story is Sunny's Unsafe Ride. Whom did Sunny get the roller skates from? Using your text feature, write your answer here. Who did she get them from? What made Sunny wobble? What was it that made her start to wobble? And how did Sunny feel by the end of her ride? Here you're going to have to infer. You might need to, as they call it, reading between the lines, using some different clues and pictures maybe to help you understand how she's feeling, and make sure you support it with an explanation and evidence. Now, I'm going to go into Seesaw and show you what it's going to look like in Seesaw. So this is the same sheet we were just looking at. However, you will find that you have the story in here also. So when you answer your first question using the text feature, you then need to go into the story and highlight, using the highlighting feature, where in the story it tells you the answer. So you're checking your work and finding your evidence. And you will do that for all 3 questions. Then click the check mark and you're done. So, friends, it's been a wonderful, wonderful year. We'll be together again next week for a couple days, and then we will say goodbye for the summer. So enjoy your weekend and the beautiful weather. Love you.